Tomoka Miyazaki was, well, pretty much hustled off court by Han Chan-si, who's only playing in her 4th tournament of the year and her 2nd tournament out of China. And she's taking on Putri Kusuma Wardani, who comfortably moved past Chu Pinchan 21-13, 21-13. This is the race for the finals in the women's singles. Wang Zhiyi and Han Yue still comfortably up top in 1 and 2. But look at that, 4 players from Thailand in the top 10. Aya Hori now, of course, recently retired and playing her last tournament next week. Gloria Mariska Tunjung still injured, but still a lot of movement allowed in this ranking before the World Tour finals. And here is Han Chan-si. Unheralded 22-year-old, currently ranked 185 in the world, but that really is due to the amount of tournaments that she's played, which is just 4, as I said, including this one this year. And 2 of them were in China, the Richang and the Baoji Masters, which she actually won. And
Putri Kusuma Wardani, Indonesia.
Up against her on the other side of the net is Putri Kusuma Wardani. A little bit down on the overall ranking of Indonesian women's singles players, but still a long way to go in her career. And she's solid and capable. Well, this should be a great match to watch. Of course, she's now going to be fully aware of what Han Chan-si can do after watching her run Tomoka Miyazaki ragged yesterday. Now, in all fairness, Miyazaki wasn't at 100% yesterday, but still, she's going to have to watch out. There is one match between them, and it was Han that won it in straight games. That's a worrying stat. That is Naomi Oyinloy from Nigeria in the umpire's chair with the coin toss. And she's joined by Daniel Chungu from Zambia in the service judge position. Well, she's made such an impact in this tournament, Han Chan-si, born in Zhejiang. And as I said, that ranking is, well, a little bit deceptive based on the way she plays. And that's really down to the amount of tournaments that she's entered in. So Yoo So-yeon in round 1, that was 29 minutes. Victoria in 32 minutes in round 2. Lee So-yul in 41 minutes. And then Miyazaki in 47 minutes. So under 50 minutes for all of her matches. Hasn't dropped a game yet. It's been flawless all week. And who's to say that she's not going to run out and do exactly the same thing to Putri Kusuma Wardani. 22-year-old Wardani in Tangerang, currently ranked 21st. Of course, she has more experience from being on the HSBC BWF World Tour. But I said exactly the same thing about Tomoka Miyazaki yesterday. And, well, Miyazaki spent most of that match running from corner to corner because of the pinpoint accurate shots. Great combinations that were put in. This was her run. She dropped a game in the quarterfinals against Sim Yoo-jin, last home favorite in the women's singles for Korea. Apart from that, it was flawless and took out the 5th seed as well as Sim Yoo-jin, who was the 6th. There's confirmation of Naomi Oyinloy from Nigeria in the umpire's chair. And Daniel Chungu is in the service judge position.
Ready to play. Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Qian, China. And on my left, Putri Kusuma Wardani, Indonesia. Putri Kusuma Wardani said, Lobo, play.
So we're underway. And Wardani is great at court coverage. She's going to need that skill. She was a little bit off color in terms of precision yesterday in her semi-final, and was arguing with herself on a great many shots that, in all honesty, she should have put away very easily, under no pressure at all, but couldn't find her range. Talking of finding a range, that's 2 from Qian that have not hit the mark. That's great defensive pickup from Qian. Both players trying to find that advantage. That's gone long.
Service over, 1-2.
And it's another wayward shot that brings Qian level.
Service over, 3-2.
Solid output so far from Wardani. That's a wonderful pickup by Qian. Footwork has been really exceptional. Effortlessly gets to these shots. That's in though. Well done, Wardani.
6-2.
Well, she's built up a good buffer, Putri. And that's sent to the backhand side with enough angle on it to outfox Qian.
over, 4-7.
But she is still keeping pace with Wardani. Nice change of angle. Mistake from Wardani, and she edges closer.
5-7. Sets over, 8-5.
Well, it's been a fascinating first opening salvo in this first game. Wardani playing a very confident, capable game. Never really overstretching herself. Playing the expected shots in the rallies, but playing them well. That one had a little bit more flair on it. 9-5 up.
Sets over, 6-9.
Oh, it really is quite exceptional for Han Shansi to be in a final. In 2023, she only played 2 tournaments. She picked up a 3rd position at the Hangzhou China International Challenge. And then, I'm guessing, due to the pandemic, the last tournament she played was in 2019.
10-6.
Where she played quite a number of tournaments. Was 2nd at the Polish Junior 2019. Of course, she would have been 18 years old then. 2nd at the Swedish Juniors, 2nd at the Italian Juniors. Won the Dutch Junior International, 2nd at the German Juniors, and quarterfinalists at the Bangkok Rosa Junior International as well. So very successful 2019 when she was 18 as a junior. Of course, now too old to be part of the World Junior setup. And now making a break back in 2023, couple of tournaments and 4 tournaments in 2024. Regardless of what happens in this final, I think we're going to be seeing a lot more from Han Shansi. And at the break, Wardani ahead 11-7. Well, as we get back on court for the second part of game 1, you have to feel for Han Shansi. Those pandemic years, 2019, 2020, 2021 especially, was very tough on players of exactly her age, 18. It's a very important part of their development, which was essentially taken away from them because of a complete lack of tournaments in that year. So it's no surprise now that we're seeing players like this make their impact. And of course, that means that her 185 ranking was actually based on the 6 tournaments she's played in the last 2 years. But I think you can see from her style of play, her movement, court coverage, and of course her shot consistency and quality, that she's actually far, far above 185. Right now, though, that World Tour experience that I was talking about, well, Wardani has been using that well. That's gone out. She's playing a very, very cautious game, Wardani. Nothing too spectacular. But certainly covering her lines. That's gone wide. There's shots like that in her semi-final that were going wide quite frequently. She's been hitting the mark much, much better today. Again, very close call drop shot that's gone wide. That left side, still a bit of a problem. Really should have put that one away. She knows it. Well,
11-14.
Inexplicable sudden loss of accuracy. But she's dicing with a dangerous game here. Last thing you want to do is let a player like Han back in. That's a great drop shot.
Service over. 15-11.
Look at the angle on this. Beautiful execution. So 4-point buffer restored on serve. And back to regular programming. Wonderful. Late take. Oh, and the shuttle balances on the net for what seemed like an eternity.
Service over. 12-17.
That was a very late take, and she was very lucky to get away with that. And then this. Straight to the body. Great idea from Wardani for the 18th point. And that's a good example of exactly how cautious and careful she's been. Didn't want to go left and right for the big spectacular winner. The safest shot from that situation was straight to the body. And that's what it's all been about for Wardani, the safest shot possible. 19-12.
19-12. Check.
Well, she's on her way to making a bit of history, because in the 15 editions beforehand, there has never been an Indonesian women's singles champion. Kim Ga-eun, 2023, Hei Bing-Zhao in 2022, An Se-yong in 2019, Lee Zuri in 2018, Gao Fangji in 2017, and add that to some Korean success from Sung Ji-hyun, 3 titles, Nozomi Okuhara in 2014. It's been China, Japan, Korea, but never Indonesia.
Game point 13.
And she's just on the brink now of getting her first foot in the final, on the title, I should say. She's already in the final. Again, the safest shot possible. Wonderful badminton from Wardani, but it's just wide. She has a buffer though. 6 game points still to go.
20.
Wonderful play by Wardani, controlling the point here. And adds a little bit of sting and takes the first game 21-14 quite comprehensively.
By Putri Kusuma Wardani 21-14.
So back on court for game 2. And remember, there is a slight, very slight drift at this part of the day that's coming from the top of the screen, of your screen blowing down. So Wardani was playing on the slightly better side of the court. And now we'll get to see how she plays with that very slight breeze behind her. There was also an indication of a left and right sideways drift yesterday. But as I said, the climate did change as the stadium warmed up. Han Shenxi will have the advantage of being able to open up that a little bit more, but it really is very negligible drift, and as you can see from that wonderful drop shot from Wardani, it shouldn't really upset her output based on the way she played in the first game. Now the big difference, and it's not just ranking, from playing just 6 tournaments in 2 years, Han Qian-si, is of course match fitness. Yesterday, she went ahead against Tomoka Miyazaki. And that's a very different situation when you already have 1 game in the bag. Now she's going to be feeling that pressure of having to win this second game. And with just 6 tournaments under her belt in 2 years, it's those match situations that she might just be lacking in. Wardani pushing forward. Happy to take on that extra bit of drift. Remember, the drift does actually work 2 ways. Yes, you should watch your backcourt attacks, but it also gives you that little bit of extra sting in mid-court and front court.
3-1.
That shuttle can just arrive a little bit earlier. That was well exemplified there. Just pushing forward in mid-court and slamming the winners home. 3-1.
Coach.
For Wardani, it would be a well-earned first title of the year. She was 3rd in Denmark, quarterfinalist in Macau, 2nd in Hong Kong, Taipei, quarterfinalist in Australia midway through the year, and earlier on at the Malaysia Masters in around March this year. So confident, good string of results throughout the year, but no title just yet. And being the first Indonesian women's singles champion at the Korea Masters, well, that would be great to take home. Really pushing forward here, aggressive stuff.
5-1.
Well, I don't think Han Qian-si was expecting such aggression at front court, especially because just seems to be caught a foot too late. Footwork has deserted her a little. You could just see maybe a half step off. 6-1 down. Drop shots left and right. Front court really coming into play for Wardani. And executed perfectly. Well, this has been a wonderful performance from Wardani. I'll tell you one person that's going to be watching it, and that is the #1 seed, Tomoka Miyazaki. Because this is very much how you get it done.
2-7.
So a chance for Han. Just out.
3-7.
Nice pick up by Wardani. Ambitious backhand clear. Oh, would have been shot of the day if it connected. And all of a sudden, Han Qian-si back in it. Well, that looked like it was out. All happened very fast. Hawkeye called in for the first time in this women's singles final. Oh, look at that. Edge of the line.
One challenge remaining.
So, Anchansi pulls within one. Keeps her 2 challenges. Absolutely spot on return from Wardani to win back the serve. That was the setup. Comes back too high, but really judged that length well with the wind behind her. That's what I was saying. Very slight breeze, 329 kilometers an hour. I'd say probably 328 of those kilometers an hour generated by her. Nice response by Han.
Service over. 7-8.
And Wardani again just reaffirming that lead. She's let Han get close, but never ahead in this second game. But remember, she was 6-1 up. Once again, Han closes in. Well, just a bit loose on that return as well, and this was the kind of self-review that she was going through yesterday. She knows she can do better on those shots, under no pressure to finish them as well. 9-all. And that's more like it. So, turning into quite a battle as we move into the second mid-game interval. Beautiful outright winner there from Wardani. So 11-9 at the break, and Wardani still on course for the title.
Cara main tadi berubah sedikit, jadi yang Saudi tadi nggak bolehnya, ya nanti lewati geser lagi, cuma-cumanya di tempo. Atasnya sabar, kalau nggak enak, tarik belakang apa? Udah tarik belakang nanti nggak buang ke arah yang lain boleh, atau tarik lagi juga boleh. Ya tadi mau nafsu nih, kalau belakang memang berani, tapi kesininya dirugi jangan. Kapan harus cepetin, kapan harus melamatin lagi, ngobrol lagi, kapan nyepetin lagi. Oke, cuma yang pasti mainnya di 6-7 meter, ya cepatnya di tempo. Oke, tenang, kalau nggak enak.
So, second part of game 2. Han Chen-Si got to make a stand here if she wants to turn this around, but it's a long way back. Oh, it's a beautiful shot from Wardani. And just reward for that earlier shot that we saw where the
9.
shuttle balanced on top of the net. This time, it falls the other way. 12-9. Well, who doesn't believe in karma? Great play from Wardani again, switching the flanks. Safe shots. Good defense. Oh, that's a bit wide.
Service over. 10.
Well, in all fairness, Wardani has been the one that's been scoring Han Qianxi's points for the last 5 or 6 of them. Mistakes from her as she's trying to play a little bit too safe, but no outright winners from Han, and that's gone long.
Service over.
Not long to go now. 8 points. And she's the first Indonesian women's singles champion at the Korea Masters. Oh, that's another fantastic shot. Straight to the body. Beautifully played. All 4 shots of that rally on Wardani's side were spectacular.
10.
This was great. This was great. And that was perfect. It's a bit high. Well, it was well handled by Wardani. Now she gets control. Oh, beautiful drop. Again, her front court play has been absolutely exceptional. Now comes the power. That's wonderful play from the Indonesian.
15.
Just seems to be getting better, or at least enjoying it more and more. 5 points up, 6 needed, and she's got the title. That's a very good position to be in, because essentially, as the court gets wiped down now, what it means is, in statistical terms, is that Wardani can lose a point for every one she scores, and she's still got a good chance at snatching the title. Of course, that's not ideal. I mean, in her mind, as a professional player, she's going to not want to drop any points, but it is the worst case scenario as one of them. Always good to have a buffer.
11-15.
Essentially, she has 2 chances at every point. That is, of course, taking into account that Han Qianxi has to make 0 mistakes from now till the end. That is in on both counts.
12-15.
One of the first clear winners we've seen from Qianxi in a while. Just goes to show you how accurate Putri Kusuma Wardani can be. 16-12, and this is sensational. Nod of the head from Han Qianxi is she appreciates the quality of that shot.
12.
Oh, another great cross drop. Looking to fight back as well as she can, but that shuttle keeps coming back slow and steady. There's another one of those great cross drops that gives her the advantage. Bit of power at the end, and it's 18-12.
18-12.
Well, both players taking a bit of a rest. There's no clear court wiping down. I think it was about getting Wardani's shoes tied. But she can smell blood in the water now. Wardani, it's been a great strategy from her and some incredible front court play. Still 5 points ahead.
13-18.
So with that buffer intact, she can afford a few mistakes now, but I'm sure she's going to close it out in style. There you go. There's a beautiful cross-court attempted winner. Too much power, which in hindsight was what was missing from Tomoka Miyazaki's game yesterday. This a little sting in the tail, just to make sure that Han Chen-Si couldn't make it back to the shuttle. So 19-13 and 2 points away from glory.
Service over 14-19. Okay. Service over 20, match point 40. Game.
So she's done it. She's become the first Indonesian women's singles champion. Score symmetry 21-14, 21-14. 39 minutes on court, and she carefully disarmed one of the big stars from this week, and it's the overwhelming emotions are just too much for her right now. First title of the year for Wardani. She's worked so hard for it. Kept herself calm and composed for the whole match, but now the tears are flooding out. Well done. fully deserved with that kind of play. That first title. World number 21, I'm sure that's going to increase now. And they will be off for the celebrations and the podium ceremony, so do stick around for that.
관중 여러분, 지금부터 2024 코리아 마스터스 배드민턴 선수권 대회 여자 단식 시상식을 거행하겠습니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we'll have the award ceremony for women's singles of 2024 Korea Masters Badminton Championships, part of the HSBC BWF World Tour Super 300.
입상 선수 입장.
Welcome medalists and prize presenters.
준우승 중국의 한환시.
Runner, Han Kwan-si, China.
우승 인도네시아의 Putri Kusuma Wardani.
Putri Kusuma Wardani, Indonesia.
So congratulations to our women's singles finalists.
메달 및 스카프 수여는
I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more from Han Chen-si in the next couple of years. But for Putri Kusuma Wardani, well done, first title of the year.
Mr. Kim Taek-gyu, President of Korea Badminton Association.
상금 및 마스코트 수여는 배상용 익산시 배드민턴 협회 회장님께서 해주시겠습니다.
Prize board and mascot presented by Mr. Taek Sang-yong, President of Isan Badminton Association.
수상하신 모든 선수들에게 다시 한번 큰 박수를 부탁드립니다.
Once again, please give a big congratulations to the winners.
이것으로 여자 단식 경기의 시상식을 마치도록 하겠습니다. 이어서 남자 단식 경기가 진행되겠습니다.
Next, we'll have the final match of men's singles.
So coming up next is the men's singles final. Kunlavit Vitasar, the world champion, taking on Wang Qian. Don't go anywhere. So welcome back to the final day of the Korea Masters 2024, and after two fantastic finals, it's the men's singles up next. Kunavit Vitisan looking for his first title of the year against Won Jae-sing. Now, semi-finals Saturday, well, that did prove very interesting. Kunavit was really full steam ahead in game one against Qian George, but then pushed to the limit in the second game.